The Forestry and Agricultural Biotechnology Institute, or FABI, is a world-class research institute situated at the tip of Africa. With the rise in international trade, African countries, like their neighbors, are increasingly threatened by devastating insect pests. Furthermore, 9 of the 10 hungriest countries in the world form part of the African continent. FABI has been fighting agricultural and forestry pests for more than 20 years without finding the silver bullet to eradicate them all at once. This era is over. This year, we're happy to present to you the new division of FABI, aiming to solve world hunger and eradicate insect pests once and for all. The TPCP, or Tree Pest Consumption Program, is an innovative program specialized in the processing of insect pests at a large scale. Insects are a great source of proteins, lipids, chitin, and other compounds that can be used for human and livestock consumption and for the green chemistry markets. The TPCP was founded as a pluridisciplinary program using all the knowledge from our institute in genomics, phylogenetics, entomology, chemical ecology, transcriptomics, and bioinformatics.
For me, this is a very good opportunity to try everything. I'm from Ethiopia, where most people are so conservative on their food. They love to eat injera and injera all the time. So now I wanted to test everything here as much as I can, and I wanted to introduce it to home and feed my people.
There is one here.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah.
Sure. Looks yummy.
It does, eh?
Ah.
That's perfect. That's what we want.
So for me, it all started during my masters. I had to split a bunch of pine logs to get Sirex samples, and when the first log split open in that first lobby that erupted and just exploded in that log, it really looked succulent, and I thought, sure, that is something I want to try. And then I spoke to a few people, we got the ball rolling, and now we try just about every insect. Okay, there we go. It's cracked. You can unleash it. Oh yes, look at this lacquer. Oh great, look at this big meneer over here, eh? Oh. Yes, you can somewhat see how succulent it looks. Yes, there we go. So this is great. It's not too old yet. So you really get the nutty flavor. Cuticle's not yet hardened, so it's really a great flavor. Oh, and that back sweetness over there. But it's so succulent and juicy, you can really feel the fat. From my knowledge, I would say this is a female. She's really fatty, so it's a good one.
However, despite undeniable proof that insect consumption is healthy, some are still reluctant to eat insects. Our team of social scientists evaluated public opinion on eating insects. They found that most people would rather not add insects to their diet. We engaged the public in a cook-off.
So I'm gonna do a croque-monsieur. Croque-monsieur is a very French recipe. It's made out of bread, French bread, which I cooked this morning, with a bit of butter. And in between the bread and the butter you put ham and cheese. And I'm gonna do a bit of bechamel with some crushed insect. I think I'm gonna use some of the beetles because they are quite spicy and they're gonna go well with my nutmeg in the bechamel. A bit more butter too, because butter is better.
J'avais le plus bel amandier du quartier. J'avais le plus bel amandier du quartier. Et pour la bouche gourmande des filles du monde entier, je faisais pousser des amandes, le beau, le joli métier. Un écureuil en jupon.
So here we have some cheese infused with some Sirex in it, so to get a bit of a fresh piney flavor to add to the croque-monsieur. So it's gonna be delicious like that.
So today I'm doing a South African classic. You can't have a braai without a braai broodjie. So I'm not going to fiddle too much with the recipe. Going to stick with the normal tomato and onions. Add some chutney, some butter. And then to spice it up, we're going to add some eucalyptus leaves with scale insects to add a bit more crunch to the braai broodjie and to help with cutting down on all the extra fats we're adding with the butter and chutney. So we've already buttered 2 slices of bread. So next we're going to add a bit of chutney. This is normal oorspronkelijke chutney, nothing funny, no chilies, no anything weird. Spread that around. There we go. So we have some onions and tomato that we've already sliced up. I'm going to add those onto the one side. Have to be careful with the onions, otherwise it's going to be too strong. Don't want to overpower the flavor of the eucalyptus. So my grandmother taught me that the golden rule is that there's exactly 4 pieces of tomato in each bread. If you go too few, you don't get the nice flavor, and if you go too little, then you're just gonna have a bland piece of bread. Here we go, very nice. Add some eucalyptus onto this, just peel them off. There we go, very nice. It's really going to enhance the flavor of the chutney, and the scale insect adds a nice touch of there we go. Pop that over there. We're done. Very nice.
J'avais le plus bel amandier du quartier. J'avais le plus bel amandier du quartier. Et pour la bouche gourmande des filles du monde entier, je faisais pousser des amandes, le beau, le joli métier. Un écureuil en jupon dans un bon, un écureuil en jupon dans un bon, vint me dire je suis gourmande et mes lèvres sentent bon, et si tu me donnes une amande, je te donne un baiser fripon. Grimpe aussi haut que tu veux, que tu peux, grimpe aussi haut que tu veux, que tu peux, et tu croques et tu picores, puis tu grignotes et puis tu redescends plus vite encore.
So I was chilling by the fire, looking at the French guy doing his thing, and the first thing I noticed is that obviously his bread was a lot smaller, and as everyone knows, size matters. So he started doing this weird thing with cheese and the whole grater and the fine mesh and the whatnot, and I think it's a bit pretentious, you know. it's cheese. It goes on the bread, and how fine you make it is really kind of immaterial. Then he did a whole lot of salt and butter, and obviously the man has no idea how to make any food. So I think this is kind of a done and dusted, you know. It's going to be an easy competition. Nothing he can do to win. He doesn't even have a braai. He has this horrible stovetop thing with, like, I think they call it bechamel, French people.
Hallo baby, voor ik jou op ontzoen, zeg voor mij, kan je braaibroodjes maken? Baby, appelbrei vanavond, baby, jij mag slijven aan. Kom ons maken.
Yeah, I see him starting his fire and put his and cooking on fire. That must be a South African stuff because there's never power in here. Ah, that's so irritating. So that's why they must be very good at cooking on fire. I mean, there's no other explanation. At least they are good at cooking at somewhere, eh? Yeah.
It was, I don't know, it was like eating gooey eucalyptus gum wood. Oh, that wasn't very nice. Flowery type, not so tasty. Rated a 6 or a 7. That is very bland, 4 or 5.
The dishes were then evaluated by a jury. While most people were still reluctant, the braaibroodjie showed more popularity because insects were less visible. We are now working hard on developing new and improved recipes to satisfy all our potential customers.
Hi Pri, so today we are in your kitchen and apparently you've made some very nice stuff. Can you show it to us?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I made some very interesting and exciting.
Ooh, what are those?
Yeah, these are like brownie in lavender, which I actually used insect ingredient to bake them. Yeah.
And I see you also made a sauce here on the side.
Yeah, I made a sauce which is larvae put chili paste.
Following the development of new recipes, all our products are tested by a team of chemists for adequate nutritional content and safety. I am standing here in our experimental unit where all our new ideas and products are health tested for normal human consumption. After a last step of validation, a large-scale commercial unit will be built and will produce more than 20,000 tons of protein for human consumption each year.
We have a quality product that we deliver that matters, that makes a difference nationally, and if it makes a difference within the industry, it's with national interest. There are also national interests that go beyond industry, but we have a quality product that we can deliver.
It is a fantastic turnout. We've never had, I think, this many people at a tea, or not in a while. And then food is obviously fantastic.
Yes, I just don't know the sushi and the sauce. I just don't know what's made of. Like I can have that all day. Okay, so you like that sauce? It's like the taste you don't get usually. Is that why you like it so much? Yeah, it's not something that I can just get anywhere, I think.
This year, the Tree Pest Consumption Program is proud to sponsor Spoof 2019 and to provide food for the Fabi community to enjoy on this festive evening. Fabi, future forests and food.